Well, good morning, Nuggetheads. Just wanted to talk to you about some things that's been on my mind for a while. I know it ain't going to sit well with some because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. On the description down below, I sat there and I put in a few descriptions. Today's topic is let's get real with things. I'm going to get as real as I can. One of the things that's been on my mind is suicide. Suicide is not an easy thing to face. I've heard people sit there and say that they're so weak to take the easy way out that they're sitting there losing everything, one way or another. But it's not because they're weak. It's not because they're weak. Not at all. To end one's life is very hard to face. The only reason why I know is because I face that myself every day. Every day I go face those. Every day I have those thoughts. Sometimes they ain't so bad, but others, yeah. There's times where I could not even get out of bed because I just would rather not face the day. One of the things that got me was when I was told that I was weak because of my thoughts. A person known me for almost 30 plus years sat there and said that my connection is kind of a little iffy today. As I said, I dealt with suicide a lot of years. Okay. And like I said, it's not because you're weak. To end your life, that means that you had to be strong beyond your repair. To end, sorry, it's just one of those subjects that's really hard for me to deal with. I know for firsthand about suicide. Like I said, dealt with it I cannot count the hours that I've spent with people. I grew up with a kid in one of foster cares that killed himself several times. Well, did commit, didn't kill himself, but attempted to kill himself at least, I think they said, 400 times. This kid is a miracle walking. The reason why is because he didn't feel he was loved by anybody. He had to have been so bad of a person to where no one wanted to be part of his life. Now, this is all within a 4 year period. He felt there was no hope. He felt there was no nothing. There was no ounce of happiness for him whatsoever. We went down to the beach. We sat on the boardwalk for quite a while, watching the sunset, just chatting away, just nothing specific. Then he met this wonderful lady. She's about our age, and they hit it off real well. He sat there and started talking with her for a while. And he sat there and he goes, you know, I'm suicidal, I'm this, I'm that. And she sat there and she goes, no, you're a beautiful person. They were still together until his passing. How are you doing, Amanda? Well, sometimes that happens, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. But suicide, like I said, it's nothing to sit there and tell people that they're weak. They're not weak. They're just so tired of being so strong every day. You know, they give up hope because nothing changes for them. There's nothing goes good for them. Their family sits there and walks away from them. Their friends. I cannot count the years of where I've heard people sit there and say, "Oh, you're a tough cookie. You could deal with it. It's just nothing." Yeah. A good friend of mine, 15 years, had to have been the most hated person in his family. Him and I grew up every now and then. Every time I was in town, we'd hook up, we'd just hang around. I sat there and did what I could to find a way to help him out. I would go out of my way, knowing that I can get kicked out myself, to make sure that he had a place to stay, that he had food. I was his only friend that stood by him, that didn't care that he didn't have money, that he didn't just didn't matter to me whatsoever. I was a friend. This world needs more friends, more friends that's going to stand up for each other, more friends that's going to sit there and be able to take care of each other. 22 a day. If y'all don't know what that means, that there are 22 soldiers killing themselves a day that we know of, veterans, our own soldiers. 22 a day that we know of our own soldiers. Now I know there's more than that because it's just not 22 a day of our soldiers. No. I'm hoping, Amanda, that you're okay. Thursday, if you're in any kind of issue, just message me. I'll sit there and I'll talk with you. Don't matter what time of day or night. Down the bottom below, I put some links to help. If you need more, I'll be glad to give more because I know this is not an easy subject to talk about. To end one's life is the most pain that a person can feel. And I think I said what I said wrong to Amanda. If she's still here, if we're still here, Amanda, please say something because I'm hoping that you are okay. Don't be afraid to speak up. You're not going to be dogged. You're not going to be put down. My channel, we don't do that. Hey, Florence, sweetheart, how you doing, hon? And as you can see by the descriptions down below, I'm getting real a little bit. Yeah, I see that. Ain't it a little bit late for you there, hon? Well, well, I'm glad you made it, sweetheart. Like I said, I decided to do a video of. It's still early then. Now, if it's 11:35, then yeah, it's getting a little bit late there. So you're about 8 hours ahead of me then. Like I said, the reason why I sit there and I decided to do this video was because more out of my own experiences as well. You know, everybody sits there and says, "Oh, you're tough. You know, you could do this. You know, you're bulletproof. You could do this. You could do that. You know, you're this." But they don't know half the battle. Being tough doesn't always mean you're strong. Hey, I work hard all day. I work harder than Ugly Stripper on welfare. Just take care of my cat. Yeah, glad y'all here. Yeah, I was debating on whether or not to do it later on, but I was like, nah, I got to do it today while I'm thinking about it. Um, like I said, for me, one of the hardest things to face is the reality that even though I'm strong, I'm tough, you know, I don't care. I'll stand my ground to anybody and everybody that comes my way. It's not easy. when you have no one there for you and you need somebody. Where your heart feels as though you're leaving. Your heart feels like it's gone. Everything that you worked up for is now walking away. Where no matter what turn you take, there's always someone fighting you. Family members walk away from you. As in my friend, the one that I grew up with, off and on throughout the years. He sat there and went to a shopping mall with his family. They took him out of obligation. He sat there and he went to several different malls, stores and stuff like that within the mall. And this is a pretty good shopping mall. It was like 33 acres or something like that. So it was pretty huge. Had an ice skating ring and all that stuff. So it was pretty good. He sat there and went to the card shop, grabbed pen, papers. He went to the tool shop, grabbed some rope, some duct tape. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. His family took him to shop mall. Like I said, more out of necessity than anything else. Out of obligation because they got tired of him whining. He sat there and at 12 o'clock noon, tied a rope to the rail, wrote on a piece of paper a note for his family, duct taped it to his chest, stepped over the railing, and that was it. He sat there and killed himself in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. Little kids, his family. I was on my way to go pick him up. Bring him down here where I was living at the time. Been about a 4 hour drive, but I would have taken it. I mean, it's nothing to me. Yeah. And that's when you're truly broken too. You feel that you're at no value to anybody else. And life has no values for you anymore. That the pain is overwhelming. On his note, it stated, it's pretty sad when someone that's not family loves me more than anyone else in my own family. I've been desperate to have a family. As I jump off this rail, this is the last you will see of me. I was always that person that was always there for him. One of the reasons why, another reason why I brought this up for today is the fact that I have had several days where I think of that, where I've been real close to just walking away from life. Where I felt no matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. I'm always there for everybody else. I'm always sitting there. I'm always the strength for everybody else. I'm always doing this for them. I'm always helping them. I give my time every day. Those thoughts run through my head every day. I look at myself in the mirror and I say, this is getting too hard for me. It's getting real too hard for me to deal with. Last few days, as most knows me on Discord, that I've been distant. And that's not like me at all. There's a couple of reasons why. I re-injured my foot, my leg, and those who know that I had surgery last year, doctor messed it up. Plus, with everything going on, I was really, really suicidal. I called one of the local county crisis hotline, and it sucked. It helped, made it worse. Then a friend of mine from the Wounded Warrior got a hold of me. Just a random check, just to see how I was doing. We talked until about 4 this morning. We went out and had coffee for a while till they closed. Then we came back here, had a couple of beers till about 4 a.m. this morning. Felt good to finally have someone to just vent. Not to judge one another. Because that's one thing that we cannot do. We cannot judge one another. We got to lift each other up. We got to help each other. We got to be there for each other. Um, it's always easy to talk to everybody else about other people going through this or that, or, sitting there saying, oh, yeah, yeah, we're going to do this, but the hardest thing to do is to discuss your own emotions, your own failures, your own flaws, your own discrepancy, or whatever you want to use. I was asked yesterday by my counselor before she put me over to the crisis center. How bad is it? And I just started laughing. She goes, oh shit. Then she started drilling me and sitting there saying, okay, well, now what you do, da da da. Yes, it was, sweetheart. Yes, it was. It was very well needed. You know, and my book that I'm writing for you ladies, I was told to, and I was encouraged by several people to continue writing because that seems to help me a lot. I was also asked if I would, if I would fulfill myself into doing it. I sat there and I says, I don't know. The last this last week been really hard for me mentally, physically, spiritually. Yes, it can, sweetheart. That's why I write. Right now, I'm in the process of writing another book. Well, I've got 4 books total. The book that I'm writing for you ladies, the what's that? Adventures of Gypsy, right? Yeah, I think that's what I called it. Adventures of Gypsy. I've got another book that I've been writing for a long while is Review Mirror. It's a good book. I'll share it when I'm done more on the Discord. I've also got a book about PTSD. Not like you see all the other books where you got, well, this is what Sam went through, this is what Shayna went through, whatever, Bill went through. No, it's more of an autobiography, if you will, of me, what I went through as a child, the several years of the molestations, the beatings, the emotional abuse, the physical abuse, being ripped out in the middle of the night to get put in foster care, sexual abuse in the foster cares. Only because I stood out of the crowd. I know, sweetheart. That is the book that I'm taking my time doing because it's hard. Like I told my counselor, I'm supposed to do 6 pages a day on PTSD assessments. I have to bring up the trauma, what I was facing, what I was thinking, the whole 9 years. I have to break it down. And I asked her, I was like, okay, you're opening Pandora's box. You're wanting me to bring up things that I had forgotten about. Are you going to be there to help me through all this crap? Or are you just going to be like everybody else? Well, here you go. Here's a loaded gun. Go have fun. And not give me the guidance to use that gun properly. Be very dangerous. Very dangerous. The most fun I have right now is my arts and crafts, my writing, my books. That's one thing that is key. Writing helps. And that's one thing that everybody needs to do is find an outlet. Find something that they are good at to help them get through the day. Where you have that positiveness, that outlook, the outlet, the ounce of accomplishment, the sense of relief. There are some people that love to write. There's some people that love to draw, play guitars, drums, whatever kind of musical instrument you play. Do beadworks and all that stuff. Woodwork, metal, whatever it is that you find peace doing, do it. Sweetheart, I face most of these myself. Every night, when I try to go to bed, I wake up in nightmares, having to do all these things myself. All Garfy does is he looks up at me like, meow, 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 meow. Then he'd sit there and go to this bowl that I've got his treats in. But Mike Garfield is one of the great cats. He's one of the greatest cats that I've had. I asked my counselor, she's so dead set about getting me to her standards. Keyword, her standards, not mine. She wants me to be a politically correct person. If that's ever possible. She always sits there and says, okay, now how do you feel? How should you have handled this? How should you have done this? Do you think it was correct for you to feel this way? She's trying to break it down to her level. And I'm sitting there, I was like, have you ever faced trauma in your life other than running out of your favorite latte at Starbucks? Being pushed out of your line because you had too many groceries? Till you faced the trauma and until you faced the pain. It's not easy. Having PTSD is very dangerous in itself. Plus, to add to that, the suicidal tendencies makes it even worse. I was at a Social Security office. I sat there. I was with my mom because I just got out of surgery for my neck again. Sat there and need to finish filling out the paperwork and stuff like that and turn in the paperwork for the doctors. The security guard sat there, kept acting squirrely. It was like, no, 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 no. This old vet comes in, Vietnam vet, buzzed up, if you will. The security guard, Homeland Security moron, sat there and kept being real rude to the dude. I mean, he was just really adamant. I looked up at the numbers and I still had a little bit to go yet. That's like, okay, I'm going to go out and get diffused. I went outside. This guy comes up to me, another Vietnam vet, sits there and he looks at me and he goes, "You okay?" And I look up at him and goes, "Oh, no, you're not. You're not. Oh, shit." And he sits there and he gives me a hug. He goes, "Dude, remember, you're home. You're home." And his old lady, whether it be a sister or friend, whatever, she was with him, and she comes up and she sees me. That's why I talk to you guys for on Discord, because that's what support's about. And I'm always there for you guys. And, it don't matter to me what time helping y'all helps me out. But my mom, on the way home, started talking with me. She understood PTSD, but she never understood it. I had to break it down to her. She asked me, she goes, "What in the hell?" We're driving home. She goes, "What's going on?" "Hey, sweets, how you doing, man?" My mom, like I said, she is taking me back from Social Security because my child just got done with neck surgery again, stuff like that. And she asked me what that was, why I needed to go defused for it. I go, "You really want to know?" She goes, "Yeah." It's like PTSD just got cleared really high. She sat there and she goes, "What's that?" And I go, "Remember the disability, the mindset?" She sat there and she goes, "Well, you just need to get over it." "Really?" I go, "Mom, do you really want to know how bad it is?" And she goes, "Yeah." And we're driving, 50, 55, something like that, back roads. And I sat down and said, you know that Homeland Security moron? She goes, yeah. I go, he's acting a little wrong. He was not right. He sat there and made that veteran feel lower than a slug's belly. Who knows what that guy was facing that day? At least the lady that was outside with me helped him fill out the paperwork so that way he could go back in to his appointment. But anyway, I said, you know that dude? She goes, yeah. It's like, you know how easy it would have been for me to walk up to the guy, gut him, slice his throat, stick his tongue out through his neck, sit him in that little office chair, and hit him, come back, sit down in this chair, not even think twice of it. She slammed on her brakes in the middle of the road, broad daylight. And she sat there and she looks at me dead cold in my eyes. She goes, what kind of fucking monster are you? What the hell? And I'm sitting there, I'm not surprised by my mom's rendition of me. Mom never cared about me whatsoever. That's always the security. I was always the mixter or Mr. Fix It. That's the only good that I've ever done. There's times I feel like it, Swedes. There's many, many days that I feel that way. But I accept it, you know. I mean, it's hard. It really is. But to hear that from family, someone that you're supposed to trust, someone that you know should have your back, to sit there and stare right at you, sit there and say, what kind of monster are you? What, you know? And we still had probably about 40 some miles yet to drive. No, no, I'm just trying to be nice for, trust me, I called her worse. It took me 2 years to even get back to calling her mom. Every time someone says, hey, where's your mom at? And I say, over there. They go, what's your name? It's like, her. I refused to even acknowledge her as family because that's not what family does. Family stands together. Yeah, I love all my kids. I love all my grandkids, even if they're my blood or not. They know that they're all my favorites. You know, I don't have just one specific that I'm here. You know, Yeah. When people sit there and tell me to go to hell, I start laughing. It's like, again? All right. I'll bring more people with me. I'll bring more people when I come out. I'll start laughing. See, that's just it. Like I said, I've seen too many people sit there and start talking about other people, other people and their problems. Sit there and say, oh, well, I'm here for them. I'm this, da, 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 da. Well, good. But what strength really comes from is when you sit there and break down yourself. Because it's not easy talking about yourself. It's not easy sitting here putting yourself on a firefight. It's not easy sitting here seeing our vets. And I'm not just talking about our military vets, the vets in a way of the survivors of the spousal abuse, the wars at home, the abuse from family members, not just the physical, but the sexual abuse. Sometimes it's good to bring it out. Sometimes sometimes those memories come in and you feel those pains all over again. You feel all those emotions back again. You feel those physical pains all over again. I had a few people sit there and say, "Man, I wish I was like you." Yes, I did. But you couldn't handle a third of what I've been through. I wouldn't want to wish this on anybody. Out of my family members, I was the one that was gotten beaten most because I always stood my ground. I never understood the concept of why I was there. Why I was the one that was getting beaten the most. Why at 1 in the morning that I'd be ripped out of the house. No questions asked. Not knowing where I was going to go. Not knowing where I was going to end up. Not knowing if I was going to be safe. No kid should ever go through that. No kid. No woman. No child. No one. No one, period. I would go to sleep in one town. I'd wake up in a whole different town, sometimes even a whole different state. I couldn't say my name. I couldn't tell where I was at, where I was from. I was on strict orders. I didn't have a past. I didn't have a future. One reason why I got into writing, I have several poems that are published. I have several songs that are published. I love writing. I love artwork. That eagle right up there is one of my projects with me and a friend of mine. I got more all throughout the house. I find what I work for me. I don't have no one here most of the days. And it's not easy, especially when you feel that everybody's giving up on you. Your family feels that you're just no good. I mean, hell, I'm 13 years old, just got back from the foster care, and my mom sat there right in front of at family reunion. That was a mistake. She's never been born. What kind of family member does that? What kind of parent does that to a kid, knowing the trauma that I was facing already? That really got me right there. Yep. Well, one of the things that I did was I'm making this walking stick. I make walking sticks for people, and I do not make the same one twice. I've got 6 guitars. Excuse me. 6 guitars that I have. 2 acoustics, 2 acoustic electric, and 2 electric. That play a lot. Music kind of helps me relieve what's in my head. That's one of the reasons why I'm always an advocate for protecting ladies, children. I will give my life. I will sacrifice my life to protect a woman and a child's life. Well, yeah, I got more guitars, but they're just not here. But like I said, it's not easy. You know, putting myself out here, sitting here, putting raw, unadulterated, true me. Not this tough biker exterior. Something like that. That everybody dreams about being. I'm human, just like y'all are. When I say I got your back, I got your back. You know, Sure, I don't care about myself. I will deal with what pain comes my way, whether I get stabbed, whether I get shot again, whether I get my ass beat, what have you. I will face that. Even if that means I lose my own life, I will protect someone else. Again, my counselor sat there and says, "Oh yeah, yeah, you got to do this. You can't just keep doing that. You just can't keep doing that. You just got to." And I looked at her and say, "You know, I will never change who I am for anybody. I'm not a politically correct person. Never have been. Never will be. I'm more straightforward, to the point, blunt, honest. I don't care if I hurt your feelings, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Like I always said, I'd rather get you mad at me for telling you the truth than lie because of a lie." When I was about 11 years old, I almost cost my best friend's life because of a lie. And since then, no, I can't do it. I looked at him as he's laying on the ground bleeding, 11 years old. My best friend's dying because of me. No, no. I confessed to what I did. I took the punishment and continued to take that punishment. For a long while. But that woke me up. That's why, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I sit there and tell people I'm very blunt. I'm straightforward, to the point. I hide nothing from nobody. I never will. I never have. I'm not a politically correct person. I never will. I am who I am. I'm a fighter. I'll fight for you. I'll sit there and I don't care what time of day or night. I'm there. I'll go through hell to bring you out. And the whole time I'm going through hell, I'm going to do the exact same thing that a good friend of mine once said years ago. I'm going to come out styling and profiling. Styling and profiling. No matter what we face, it's never the end. It's never the end. One thing that our society has done was walked away from its core, walked away from its core values. It's walked so far away, Liberace's puking. I said, holy shit. But it's not easy. It's easy to sit there and point fingers. It's not easy facing your own demons. And that's one thing that suicide is. The demons get the better of you. I told my counselor yesterday, as I'm sitting there, I'm on the ground, flooded with emotions, flooded with memory, flooded with hatred of myself. And I told her, most of the time, people give in to their demons, and their demons are too powerful for them. She go, yeah, that's true. And I go, me, demons aren't that strong. They try to be. They try to be. But I sit there and I let them get to me every now and then. I mean, I do let them get to me every now and then. I mean, it's just natural. But I give them that much of me. I fight my demons. I go after my demons hardcore. And she sat there and she goes, "Yeah, I see that in you." Then again, she tries to get me to be politically correct and sit there and say, "No, all right, now how do you do this?" Da, da, da. It's like, no, you're not going to change me. You're not going to sit there and make me do this. Da, da, da. No, I'm not a PC person. I'm not Mr. Rogers. Oh, golly gee, let's do this. No, that will make me puke. No, no. I know firsthand what a person that commits suicide faces the nightmares, the insecurities, the extreme loss of hope, the extreme loss of desire, the extreme loss of yourself. The sheer amount of brokenness that you feel. The lost tombs of Egypt have nothing on how lost people feel when they get to that point. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. And to be tough around the family, sit there and says, "Oh yeah, just gotta get over it." Really? Next person tells me that I could just get over it. Feel like I'm going to grab my baseball bat, break their leg, say, "Okay, now walk it off." Let them try to see how they're going to do that. Yeah, but they want me to be more like them. It's like, nah, I will not ever be like them. There's no saying. Can't remember exactly what it is, but it talks about, oh yeah, yeah, the negative. The negative people. Oh, sweetheart, you'll get there. It'll take a little bit of time. You can't be expected to be facing the trauma you faced and be snapped right back into the old self. In reality, the old self is gone. When the day ends, a new day begins. A new you begins. We're never the same from one day to the next. We're never the same. Yeah, I know, but they will. You know, there is a happy medium. Just got to find it. Just got to be there for each other. Just to know that the struggle is not just your own. And that's one thing that it gives me, you know, the family wants you to be the old you. The family wants you to be this way. The family wants you to do this. This is what they expect you to do. This is how they want you to be. But it's not always easy. They got to know that there's a fight within you that you're trying not to kill. That struggle within you is hard to face. The hurdles that you got to go through, not only physically, but emotionally as well. The emotional trauma hurdles are some of the hardest to face. I've got a sign outside my door that says PTSD. Remember, not all wounds are visible. You know, so I'm brushing my hair real quick. Yeah, I know, sweets, but like you said, it's kind of funny that we know each other and stuff like that. You know, it's like we know what it's like. You know, we seem to connect, and that's why I started our family. You know, on Discord because we are a family. We clicked so well that we hit it off so well that the ones that are in there right now are our family. Or just makes me. And like the old saying goes, it doesn't. Blood does not make you family. Loyalty does. Respect does. I did not know what family was until one of the last foster carers that I was in. And I was like, like I said, the trauma that you faced is not easy, you know, and a lot of people need to realize that. You know, they need to sit there and learn just as much as we do. You know, they have a hurdle that they need to face as well because the fact that we are not the same. We are not the same we was before the trauma. You know, and that's one thing that they want us to do. They want us to be before the trauma. And that is one of the things that I'm determined for. I told my counselor many times over, We were given, we were put into the situation to have this disorder. That means there's a way out of it. We can fix this. We can find a way out of this disorder. But at what price? Where is that door to get us out of this disorder? What steps do we need to take? So every day I am sacrificing myself to find that way out. Not just for me, but for everybody else that comes through. To sit there and let everybody know, hey, we can do this, but it's not alone. We cannot do it alone. I'm going to revamp the PTSD website that I've got that I made a while back. I'm going to not only have it just for PTSD, but it's going to be for suicide as well. So that way other people will know there is people out there that care for them, that's genuine, that's there for each other. The stories that they faced, the things that they've overcome. When I was writing the book Rearview Mirror, I showed one of my counselors a while back. She's reading it and she goes, all right, how much is this as you? I looked at her, it's like, what you mean? She goes, how much is this book you? I just started chuckling. It's like, I don't know what you mean. She goes, you're a liar and you know it. And it's like, oh, okay. And she sits there and she grabs my file. I mean, my file's like about that thick. She looks up at it. She goes, yeah, some of the things that you discussed prior is somehow in this file here. That is so true. That is so true, sweetheart. You know, and that's one thing that it bothers me, you know, because they want us to be like that. They want that sweet, innocent girl or the sweet, innocent dude prior. It's like you can't. Even if you was able to get out of this disorder, you're still not going to be the same. You're not that little kid anymore. You're not that little kid sitting there free willing, free loving, and all that stuff. You're going to be a little hard, but you're going to be grown. You're going to be a whole lot wiser than you are now. Another day older, a whole lot wiser. We can never go back to the way we was. And we'll find out how to get there as best as we can. because I know that we're going to be grown. That's one thing that I've always got in my mind. Because I sit there now. One of the reasons why I watch the sunsets for, you know, see, I tell people I don't have a past. I have a future. I cannot walk to the river and step on the same piece of water twice because it is now gone. It is now past. You cannot cut down the same tree twice. The tree right there will grow, but still not the same tree that you just cut down because that is gone. One thing that we got to do is we got to talk about the strengths for each other. Give inspiration, give hope. To sit there and walk up to somebody and just make them smile. Yeah, I'm always doing that. Y'all know that very well. I'm always doing something off the wall, make people laugh, and just kind of be different. Robin Williams said it best. Those who make people laugh the most is the ones that got the most broken heart. One of the greatest guys I've ever met. In fact, here in town that I live in now. He was at the store getting some stuff, just cracking everybody up. Talked to him for about 20 minutes. Great man. Just funny. He cared. He was genuine. Then he sat there and he goes, you can tell the one who has the most laughs makes other people laugh the most. Someone that's got the broken heart. Didn't sink in for a while till I watched the sunset that night. For the next 2 weeks, I was sitting there, I was watching the sunset, sitting on my back porch. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking up at it. It's like, wow. Now I understand what he is talking about. It took a while, but I was, like I said, I was just watching the sunset. One of my favorite things to do. I just love sunsets, sunrises. To me, those are both perfect days. Both perfect days. Both perfect times of day. There you go. Just like they sit there and how y'all sit there and say when you see a penny pick it up all day long you'll have good luck. They sit there and say, well, you gotta make sure it's on the heads. Me, I see a penny, I'm picking it up regardless. Because if it's tails, that means that we're leaving the old. We're leaving our issues, whatever that we're facing that day, we're leaving it. We're walking away from it. And if it's heads up, we're going into something good. We're on our next journey. And I try to instill that with people. I sit there and I try to help other people instead of looking at the negative. Try to bring positive. You know, I had a friend of mine come here a few years back. She said one word that I don't use. I don't use at all. She told me she comes up, she says goodbye. I don't use that word. Every time I ever said goodbye, it's always forever. Several of my friends, my dad, last thing I told him was, "Take care, Dad. Love you. Goodbye." I wasn't gone out of the state 3 months before he passed away. All right, sweetheart. You know where we are, and you got us on Discord, so it's a family deal, and I'll write more in the book tonight. And no, I do not know what direction the book's going yet because I don't know. But you get some sleep, sweetheart. If you need anything, you know where to find us. Just holler anytime. Night, sweetheart. Sweet sleep. But she sat there and she came up and she said that she came to say goodbye. And for me, right there, that's a oh, no, no, no. So my alarm went off. Says, like, okay, what's going on? Why is she saying this? And I just felt really odd. So I started making jokes. I started cracking up left and right. And then about 2 weeks later, I find out that she was going to commit suicide. Her husband was very abusive, very demanding of sorts. Her through hell, her kids through hell, um, physically abusing her, sexually abusing her, stuff like that. Her boss was throwing her out, stuff like that. I mean, life was going through a lot of hell. But that night when she came over, she sat there and she said goodbye. It sit right with my stomach. My spirit was like, okay, no, no, no. We sat up for about another 5 hours, just cracking joke up left and right. I'm sitting there, I'm making a fool of myself. I'm sitting there, I'm making her laugh. Then a few weeks later, I'm at the store and her family is there. Her brother comes up, says, Grandma wants to have a chat with you. I say, uh-uh, no. He goes, yeah, she really needs to talk to you. I'm sitting there, it's like, oh crap. What did she find out? What? Could she have found about this? Could she have found about that? I'm hoping she didn't find out about this. And I was like, oh, oh, I'm in trouble now. I'm sitting there and it's like, okay. And here comes grandma. She's about 5'2", 5'3". She comes up to me and she sits there. She goes, sit. It's like, no, no. No, ma'am. She goes, sit. It's like, no, ma'am. If I'm going to be in trouble, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to take it like a man. She goes, what I got to tell you, it's better to be sitting down. I said, all right, fine. She goes, I don't know what you did to my granddaughter. And right now, I don't care. It's like, okay, what's going on? I haven't done anything to your daughter. I mean, she's married, and at the time I was dating somebody, and all of a sudden here comes her mom. Her mom starts crying, and she pulls me up. She gives me a big hug, and it's like, okay, what's going on? And I look down at her brother and say, what's going on? He goes, they'll tell you. That moment, her mother showed me the letter that her daughter wrote. She said she's going to end her life. She couldn't take it anymore. Each name was crossed off of importance. Mine was the last one. I had 3 gold stars because I was the most important to her. And I sank. I'm sitting there going, oh my God, my friend of several years just committed suicide. I mean, no wonder why y'all are upset for her. They go, no, she didn't. As you notice, your name is not crossed out. It's like, okay, well, what's going on? What happened? Is she okay? And they said, yeah, she got a divorce from her husband. He's in prison. His best friend's in prison also. Um, she's going through counseling. She's really good. She's going through school again. She's getting her medical degree and stuff like that. She wants to be able to help children and stuff like that. And grandma, she sits there. She goes, I don't know what you did, young'un, but you know what? Keep doing what you did. There's got to be more people like you to stand up to help another person like that. And I always used comedy, always used humor and stuff like that, because I don't like stressful situations very much. I act like a fool. But when I seen me change somebody's life because of humor, that changed even better. Because you never know what that person is facing. You don't know what's inside that person's head. Whether they're off saying goodbye to their family or if they're done saying goodbye to their family. You never know. If you can make one person laugh, you have now changed that person's life. You have now changed that person's perspectives of themselves. even if you know them or not. If you can make someone laugh, you've made their day. And you got that domino effect because now that person's going to remember the joke or whatever made that person laugh. They're going to go up and they're going to see someone else. And they're going to sit there and say, okay, I'm in a good mood. So I'm going to help someone else. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to help them. I'm just going to make some random person happy. Make someone smile. In the world right now, especially in our country, how negative everything is, we need laughter because more and more people are dying because they've lost hope in themselves. They've lost hope not only in themselves, but everybody around them. They feel that there's no one there to help that will understand what is going on with that person. You know, as I look at the very first comment on my page by Amanda May, I really hope she comes back to this page and sees that if she needs somebody, she can message me. If she's in any kind of trouble, if she needs someone to chat with, y'all can message me. It doesn't just have to be her. It could be anybody out there that watches this video right now. If y'all need someone to chat with, hook me up. Message me. I'll be there. One of the hardest things to ever face is the memories. Memories don't go. Memories don't go. But anyway, I've been down here long enough. Like I said, we've got to make our part. Suicide is very painful. Not really just for the person that's committing it. It's also very painful for those surviving it. It tears us up, something fierce. So we got to start showing each other more love, more happiness. We got to sit there. And yeah, despite this world being full of knuckleheads, angry at everything because the government and everybody else wants this, whatever, it's easy to show that hate. It's easy to show how despicable you are. It's easy to sit there and follow that crowd because they're doing it. I was told when I was a kid, if I was told to jump off a bridge, would I do it? It's like, nope, because I'm going to be throwing the moron off of it that told me to. My grandpa always told me I was going to be a force to reckon with. But we need more laughter. We need more smiles. We need more people that's gonna care. You know, they said, well, I'm only one person. I can't do anything. Yes, you can. I'll give you a prime example. Moses. He sat there and he's only one man. But look at what he did. Just one man. Martin Luther King. Again, one man. Look at what he did. Just because you're just one man, one lady, don't mean you're not powerful. You're more powerful than you realize you are. The lady that took out the Pledge of Allegiance in the schools, one person. Genghis Khan, again, one person. He started out with one person. One person. Because he was showing strength. He was showing wisdom. He was showing his way. He was fierce. He was embedded with the warrior's outlook. I said all it started with one person. Crazy Horse. Again, same thing. Drama, same thing. One person. Look at what each one of those accomplished just being one person. Geronimo was shot several times and survived. We may be one person, but we got a voice. We got strength. That one voice, just like in a river. If you throw a rock in that river, what's it going to do? When you throw a rock in that river, it's just going to start out small. Then all the ripples starting to go through. Then it's going to expand and expand. Just one rock in the river makes a big ripple. One rock thrown disturbs the peace of everything, the flow of everything. If you think you can't make someone's life different, better, you're wrong. You don't need to fight with these all the time. My grandpa has told me that you got to choose your battles and choose wisely. Because if you do not want to face the consequences of your battles, then don't get into it. We was always doing cattle drives out in the desert for several days at a time. He sat there and he goes, "Kid, you're going to get to an age where you're going to sit there and have to choose what battle you want." It's like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're going to have to learn to pick your battles." I was like, "Okay, well, we're in the middle of the desert. The only thing I'm going to be fighting is the coyotes and the snakes, and the cactuses, of course." But he goes, "No, no, no. There's a time where you're going to face a battle, and you're going to choose how you fight. Either you're going to fight with your bronze, your strength, or you're going to fight with your mind." Hey, Harm, how you doing, big guy? Good seeing you again, brother. Love you, big guy. Miss you, man. Hey, did you get the invite to our channel that we've got? I have a channel. I think you're part of it. I don't remember if you got part of it or not. I'm glad to see you. It's been a long while, bud. You know, that right there, that right there is testament. Just one person, just one person just came up, and that made my day. I love that man. I love that family. I love my family, period. I will do a video next time because I do want to touch more about this subject later because this is nothing easy. But we love you, Harm. I hope you're doing good. We definitely miss you, bud. Because like I said, one person came in, and I know it made our day, because Harm is going through some issues. That guy is a great man. Anyway, I need to run real quick. I need to grab something to eat so I can take my heart meds before I end up taking my nitro again. But we love y'all. As I always do at the end of my videos, is I always do a shout out to all of our MC brothers and sisters. It don't matter what cut you've got on, whether you're a mom and pop riding club, whether you're just an RC, MC, AC, DC, what have you. It don't matter what cut you got on. You got my support. You got my salute. Shout out to all of you knuckleheads out there riding on twos and threes. Except for one of those little scary little ugly uh, snowmobiles with birth defects. Those spider trans, whatever the hell those ugly things are. Snowmobiles with birth defects, what they are. But anyway, again, like I said, don't matter what cut you've got on, got my salute. Yeah, little spiders. I love spiders, but just not those. Those things are just nope. You won't even catch one of my ashes on one of those ugly things. No, no, hell no. Even if that's the last bike on earth, I will make something, even if it's like a Flintstone. But another thing I always do is always say, give a shout out to all our military. It don't matter what cut you've got on, whether it be the Navy, Marines, Air Force, National Guard, Coast Guard, Army. This channel's for y'all. You know, we love y'all. You've got our support 100%. Back 100%. Oh, hey, y'all know me. Challenges accepted daily. But anyway, like I said, it don't matter what branch you're in, Navy, Army, what have you. Hearty salute for everybody that served, will serve, are serving right now. Here at this channel, got free reign. We love y'all. God bless. Be good to each other. Go out, make someone smile. Go out, give someone hope. That not all this world is crazy. That not all this world is full of hatred. Go out, show somebody that you're different. That you're not part of that in crowd to make this world destructed. We need weirdos. We need strange fellows. We need those oddballs, those rascals. We need more of us out there. We may be facing battles, but the next person we come up may be facing even worse battles than we are. We don't know. We're not mind readers. If you are, here, I'm thinking of something now. Like I said, we love you here in this channel. Well, I'm glad that you're doing better, Harm. I really am. Like I said, if we didn't invite you to our channels yet, please, if you'd like to be part of our family, we would love it. So that way, when you pop in, I can just say, hey, we're here, even if it's just for a moment, just so that we know that you're there. So like that, because we've got your back. And I've got people all over this world right now praying for you. I'm going to do something real quick while I'm thinking of it. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm going to put my, if I can remember it right now. Uh, that is my Native American healing page. Yep, feel. Uh, While I'm on this and I'm thinking about it, I will go ahead and invite you to the. There you go, bud. But anyway, I've got to run real quick. I could grab some to eat. I will do a video later just to mess around because I'm trying something new. Um, I'm going to try to add a little bit of flavor, so I'm just going to mess around a little bit, so like that. So anyway, love you all very much. Welcome to the family harm. Glad you are doing great. I love it. You know, I've been worried about you. No one's heard from you forever. Um, just know that we're here for you 100%. We've got your back. You know, we're family. But anyway, hearty salute for all you vets out there, all you knuckleheads that are serving right now and that will serve. Whatever branch you feel safe at, whatever branch you're in right now, just know that we're here. We've got your back at this channel. Again, it don't matter what cut you've got on, whether it be 1%er, 10%er, 99%er, mom and pop riding club, don't matter to me. This channel means we've got your back. You've got our support. Love y'all. Taşte bakinin acı şahale. Chivo kamama. Jiri tavu halakçı. My heart goes for all y'all out there. God bless. Be safe. Start being weird for once instead of negative. Makes the world so weird and fun. Besides, it makes people wonder. Life's too short. Mess with people's heads. Come on, really? Anyway, we love y'all. Take care. Be safe.